For a long time, we were rather worried as to whether this venue wasn't too big. It's a huge stadium, and we thought that what we thought was a crowd, like 1,000, would disappear. That would look like a tiny little group. But in the end, and we thought we'd probably be more discouraged at the end, but in fact the opposite has happened. Well, I must tell you, I'm most impressed at this whole setting here in the GERRY WEBER Stadium. Even though if I come from Bielefeld, which isn't far away, I've never seen anything like this. And I'm so happy to be here. And now I would like you to unfold your song sheet and to wave it. It's working. We have a rainbow in our stadium. I'm really touched that it all worked out, that our church congregations and districts got their own partners to come, really enlivened them. It's really moving. I see so many familiar faces. When I was a parish minister, I used to have a lot to do with partnership visits, and they've all turned up again. It's so good to see these networks that span the whole world. That is really a high point for me. And then I've noticed how powerful the music is, all the different styles and cultures. There's classical music in the Messiah Sambura. That was a particular highlight. And what always fascinates me in these words from Isaiah is that it's not a text about scarcity. Rather, it's about abundance. And it's not just a utopia, dreaming, remote from life. And another thing that impressed me was that we made it quite clear, I think, that faith and cultivating spiritual life and being pious in a good sense interlocks with responsibility for the world. We celebrated freely, we had wonderful services, heard Bible studies, and at the same time discussed climate justice and agreed on how we wanted to proceed in the refugee issue. And this connection's important. And I can tell stories where unfortunately people lost their lives because they weren't helped. The UNHCR has been doing a fantastic job since the beginning of this crisis, and we're going to do everything to support it. And precisely, if you distinguish from which country the people come and separate the sheep from the goats, that's intolerable. Far too little is said about the fact that in our country and globally, there's an urgent need for the necessary energy services to be used more economically than is the case at the moment.
And the total installed generation capacity on the African continent, the total, is equal to what exists in France.
And this is really the connection, Bishop Huber, between a service that certainly is easier to produce here in Germany and the need in the whole world to make energy available in the first place. If we don't succeed in doing that, then we won't just not meet the goals of Paris, we won't have a peaceful world. Now, many people have come here from all over the world, but we also want to link up with the people in our one world.
Das gemeinsame Handeln,
Common action
hat diese Fähigkeit
has the ability to unite people. That's why we've launched the One Climate Club.
Das Grundeinkommen ist,
The basic income grant isn't just a question of giving people money.
es geht darum,
It's about justice.
zu schaffen. Es geht um Solidarität, um
Solidarity and sharing.
The
world heals us of the misunderstanding that this is a movement that we have in our hearts and we have to take out to the world. Rather, it's the world that's bringing back to us what happened at the time when Martin Luther discovered justification and led us into freedom. Many greetings, Reformation greetings from us all, your Christian brothers and sisters in Medan. A wider outlook works was a heading that many people didn't understand. They said, what does this mean? But we have sensed that this slogan means that we can dare to forge great plans, because when carrying them out, we notice that so many other forces are in play, and that encourages us to undertake great plans of faith and for responsibility for the world.